Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Following their split from Kody, Sister Wives actresses Janelle and Meri Brown are disclosing more information about their life. The family has had a challenging few years. Kody has just Robyn left after Christine, Janelle, and Meri all departed. They make their startling admissions about what went wrong in Season 19's tell-all. However, Meri and Janelle are already preparing themselves in the midst of all the upheaval, particularly with regard to their S**X lives. To see their statements, continue reading. Kody Brown talks openly about PDA and Sister Wives. Kody discussed the repercussions of having too many PDA sessions with Robyn in Fallout: The Tell-All Part 3. The Sister Wives actress claims that the family expelled them for being PDA at one point. He didn't go into further detail about the time or location. He went on to say that unless Meri and Janelle get married again, he doesn't want to discuss it anymore. There are rumors that it might have come from Garrison's burial. According to a number of accounts, there were conflicts throughout the funeral service because of Kody's attendance. Some even said that it might be Kody's attempt to resent Janelle for leaving him. Meri talks openly about her S**X life. In the most recent teaser for Tell-All Part 4, Meri Brown revealed her S**X life after Kody. The Sister Wives star claims that she hasn't been active in a very long time. Her friends would advise her to purchase protective boxes. However, she informed them that she would not require those and that she would not be engaging in any personal activities in the near future. Additionally, Suki informed Meri that it is necessary for her to proceed. "All right, when it's appropriate," Meri said. Meri has also said that she doesn't understand why Kody lamented her leaving their church when she was freed, claiming that it was because she was abandoned. Meri claimed that she was perplexed because Kody had never displayed such feelings when they were still together. In any case, she was already planning to move on and had already dated Amos Andrews the previous year. Sadly, despite dating for months, their relationship ended. Janelle Brown's remarks about intimacy in Sister Wives. Following her breakup with Kody, Janelle Brown has also been candid about her private life. The Sister Wives star claims that sex is a very private aspect of a relationship. When Janelle first joined the household, her mother finally warned Kody not to make any physical contact with Meri. Janelle acknowledged that she's not asexual and that she's beginning to get frustrated at not being active for so long. "I suspect that if there is somebody else, that will be part of it someday down the road," she continued. Meri Brown and Janelle are communicating more than ever. At last, they opened up about their private life and refuted several rumors regarding their sexual orientation. The previous Sister Wives have discussed their journey on the show over the years. In order to live a free and independent life, Meri and Janelle left their multiple marriage. The only one to move on and find a new partner was Christine. Meri and Janelle, however, had trouble finding the right fit. The latter made multiple unsuccessful attempts at dating. Janelle, however, kept her romantic life private. She concentrated on herself and rarely discussed her dating life. Regarding her sexual orientation, fans formed a number of speculations. It appears that Janelle and Meri are at last prepared to face all of the rumors. What have they disclosed? Have they met someone new recently? Sister Wives. Robyn and Kody engage in more PDA. Kody Brown's partiality for Robyn was a constant source of criticism. Prior to now, he had never truly acknowledged his errors. But on Season 19 Tell-All, the sister spouses star acknowledged that he had neglected his OG3 spouses. According to Kody, he publicly kissed his wife in front of one another. His wife were always fine with it, he said. Nevertheless, the reality TV personality disclosed that he had more PDA with his fourth wife. Kody even related how the OG3 wives expelled the couple after he made a PDA in front of them. Sukanya, the host, was taken aback by Christine, Meri, and Janelle's extreme action. "Yeah, they f***ed with us bad," said Kody. "And boy, did I pay a heavy price." However, he referred to it as vitally detrimental and declined to elaborate. Sister Wives. Meri and Janelle reveal their private lives. Although Janelle and Meri were never the best of friends, they were friendly and helpful to one another in Season 19. During a tell-all, the reality TV stars just discussed their private lives. Meri said in a recent video that she hasn't had any action in her bedroom in a very long time. She even mentioned a buddy who wished to provide her with a protective box. "I'm like, I don't need you to buy for me," the TLC star said. Nothing is taking place. Nothing must occur. Sukanya Krishnan, the host, corrected her, stating that action must be taken immediately. After some hesitation, Meri acknowledged that she should make it happen, but only when the moment was right. Janelle responded to some of the most significant rumors regarding her sexual orientation in the meantime. "Everyone, has this idea that I was asexual just because I didn't want to have assembly line kisses with Kody or whatever," she clarified. However, the Sister Wives actress made it clear that she was anything but asexual. Janelle is actually not opposed to physical affection. She acknowledged that when one is unmarried, hormones are hell. Nevertheless, the TLC personality had to cope with it, and she's prepared for the right person whenever they come along. Janelle also described herself as a Earth Mama and a very sexual being, according to US Weekly. Suki felt wonderful and was glad to hear about it. They never kissed when Meri Brown and Janelle Brown were married to Kody Brown, but now that they're single, that may change. Meri, 54, claims that she hasn't seen any action in a very long time in Us Weekly's exclusive sneak peek at the Sister Wives One-on-One Specials Part 4, which airs on Sunday, June 15th. The reality star and Kody, 56, were married for more than 30 years before divorcing in January 2023. "My friends have been pushing me to get back out there," she added. Laughing, Meri clarifies, "My friend says she's going to buy me boxes of protection because she's like, I will buy you items." "I don't need you to buy me anything," I said. "Nothing is happening. Nothing has to happen." "Okay, when it's appropriate," is Meri's response to host Sukanya Krishnan's suggestion that things need to happen now that she's up for sale. However, because she recognizes the importance of having sex with her next partner, Janelle assures Krishnan that she is not as prudish as she was depicted to be. Janelle, 56, stated to us in December 2023 that sex is very private between you and your partner. Kody claimed in season 19 that when he and his first wife Meri were just starting a family, Janelle's mother felt uneasy about his PDA with her. According to Janelle in the exclusive video, "Everyone has this idea that I was asexual just because I didn't want to have assembly line kisses with Kody or whatever. I'm not asexual, I assure you." Janelle maintains she has nothing against physical contact, despite announcing in December 2022 that she and Kody were no longer together after nearly 30 years. She reiterates, "I suspect that someday down the road, if there is somebody else, then that will be part of it. The hormones are hell when you're single, but, it's like you just deal with it or whatever," she explains. Janelle reiterates that she is a very sexual being, despite her desire to avoid touching Kody on camera. "I'm a Taurus and a very Earth Mama," she teases. "And that's all I will say. Food, wine, and sexual relations, all things earthy." After years of uncomfortable couch confessionals, passive-aggressive comments, and Kody Brown's ever-changing hair, fans finally got their long-awaited moment. According to Robyn Brown, she is the most preferred spouse. Perhaps there was a collective sigh of relief from the other Sister Wives as they rolled their eyes. For the past 10 years, Sister Wives viewers have been observing the gradual breakdown of Kody's numerous marriages, with Robyn at its center. Despite being the last wife to join the Brown family, she was always first in line for everything. What everyone else has been hinting at for years has now been disclosed by her. A strange sense of closure appears. Kody's first 3 brides must find it both deeply affirming and a little distressing. It is impossible to sugarcoat what I am about to type. The first 3 spouses, Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown, were tricked for years into thinking they were dreaming about the favoritism. On the other hand, viewers saw the red flags being raised in Season 1, Episode 1. In 2010, Kody and Robyn were seen secretly kissing on TLC cameras. He also almost missed the birth of his daughter, Truly Brown, because he was on a date just hours away from the hospital. However, Kody's typical strategy was to avoid, deny, and blame everything on a communication failure. Furthermore, as his relationships with the three women deteriorated over time, Robyn was creating a life with him that seemed strangely monogamous. Every time one of the spouses brought up the obvious, like Robyn getting more attention, Kody would pretend to be jealous. It was the pinnacle of manipulating emotions, and it worked for a while. Still doubting themselves, the husbands stayed. Perhaps the hardest thing was watching them try to regain their favor, while Robyn received all of Kody's love. Janelle was among the last to reveal Kody's gaslighting. "You are gaslighting me," she yelled during a recent fight. "I don't want to do it, but I'm going to make it your fault. You're saying, along with all this, I feel so pressured *T. But Robyn remained silent. She was a helpful wife and a mediator. But that silence? It made a big statement. While Robyn hadn't tried to be the favorite, it became painfully clear to viewers at home that she wasn't doing anything to change it. However, who would have imagined that a luggage rack could provoke such intense emotions during the Sister Wives tell-all? When Janelle and Christine were on vacation, they saw that Kody would always grab the rack for his belongings. Their suitcases, meanwhile, were placed on the floor. It always felt rude. It was just another example of Kody putting himself first. "Yes," Robyn said when asked if she owned the baggage rack. This simple response seemed to validate Robyn's habit of exaltation. Robyn then remarked, "This is so dumb." The host then asked, "Did you not know that it was a pet peeve of theirs?" Robyn answered, "I was unaware. Maybe I put my bags up there first, but I'm not sure. It isn't actually that big." Robyn's comment was interpreted as another direct insult to Kody's first three wives. The mother of five looked exhausted as she admitted it, like someone who kept a secret for too long and then committed a mistake. Unquestionably, though, the sentence had a profound impact on the fandom. In addition to validating the other sister wives, her disclosure shatters the illusion of equality that Kody had clung to for so long. Despite his persistent efforts to appear as though he treated his spouses equally, fans were always aware that he never did. Kody was a dishonest participant. Robyn's sentiments transcend a mere headline. It has long been past time for this reckoning. For years, viewers and cast members were led to believe that the family's dysfunction was caused by communication problems, logistical challenges, or the challenges of several marriages. Its fundamental truth, though, was one that no one dared to openly discuss. Robyn was the favorite and Kody played favorites. Meri and Janelle Brown break their silence about intimacy after Kody. "We deserve real love now." For years, fans of Sister Wives watched Meri and Janelle Brown endure a marriage dynamic that was anything but traditional, a plural marriage centered around Kody Brown, a man whose attention and affections became increasingly unbalanced over time. As Kody's favoritism toward Robyn grew more blatant and public, the intimacy between him and his other wives withered into near non-existence. For a long time, Meri and Janelle remained tight-lipped about the emotional and physical voids they lived with behind closed doors, always presenting a united family front. But now, after walking away from the broken spiritual marriage, both women are finally breaking their silence, revealing raw truths about the emotional damage, years of intimacy starvation, and their hopes for real love after Kody. Meri, once the legal wife and the first to marry Kody, opened up in a 2025 interview that stunned longtime viewers. "It wasn't just about not being close anymore. It was like I didn't exist," Meri shared, blinking back emotion. "There were years, literal years, where Kody and I didn't even hug, didn't kiss, didn't talk at night. And I thought that was normal, that I just had to accept that." Her confession came after a string of cryptic social media posts where she hinted at being emotionally invisible and craving depth and warmth in a relationship. But fans now understand that those words weren't just vague heartbreak. They were coded admissions of a woman emotionally abandoned in a marriage that was spiritually committed in name only. Meanwhile, Janelle's voice has become one of the most powerful in the post-Kody era, especially when it comes to reclaiming her identity as a woman, not just a wife or mother. In a candid sit-down on a 2025 tell-all segment, Janelle didn't mince words. there was no physical relationship with Kody for years. And I mean that literally. It was like being roommates with someone you used to care about, but who barely acknowledged your presence. That's not marriage, and it certainly isn't love. She went on to reveal that the last time she felt physically close or desired by Kody was well over a decade ago. According to her, the emotional disconnection started subtly, then grew into a chasm that intimacy simply could not bridge. What's striking about both women's reflections is not just the absence of intimacy, but how they internalized the blame for so long. "I thought it was my fault," Meri admitted. "I thought I wasn't attractive enough, or that I had done something wrong. That I needed to fix myself so Kody would want me again." The emotional weight of those years is something Meri says she's still unpacking with a therapist. Janelle echoed this sentiment, explaining that in plural marriage, women are often conditioned to suppress their own needs for the greater good of the family. We're told to be patient, to be supportive, to not rock the boat. And we end up losing ourselves in the process. In the wake of their spiritual divorces from Kody, both women are experiencing a kind of emotional and physical awakening. Janelle, who has leaned into fitness and wellness since leaving the marriage, explained that regaining control of her body was the first step in reclaiming her sense of intimacy, not with another person, but with herself. "I realized how disconnected I'd become, even from myself. So I started working out, eating better, hiking. It wasn't just about looks, it was about feeling like I mattered again. That my body wasn't just something invisible to Kody." Meri, too, has begun embracing a new chapter in her personal life, teasing a relationship with a new partner and referring to him as someone who sees me, hears me, and touches me like I matter. Without directly naming him, she's shared snapshots of candlelit dinners, cozy getaways, and laughing selfies that speak volumes. Fans have been quick to point out the glow-up in her confidence, not just physical, but emotional. In her own words, Meri said, "It feels good to be wanted. To have someone put their arm around you, kiss your forehead, hold your hand in public. I forgot what that felt like, but I'll never settle for less again." The women's revelations have also prompted a broader conversation among fans about the consequences of neglected intimacy in plural marriages. Critics have argued for years that the sister wives dynamic fostered an emotionally toxic environment where only one woman, Robyn, received the majority of Kody's time, affection, and protection. Meri and Janelle's candor adds fire to that argument. Janelle even remarked, "It's hard to be intimate with someone who's emotionally checked out, or worse, emotionally loyal to someone else." She described how Kody's growing obsession with Robyn turned the family into a hierarchy of affection, where physical closeness was reserved only for the favored wife, leaving the rest to live in a kind of romantic famine. Interestingly, both Meri and Janelle have made it clear that they're not bitter, they're just done being silenced. Their decision to speak out isn't about dragging Kody through the mud, but about owning their stories and giving other women in similar situations permission to demand more. "I don't want pity," Janelle insisted. "I want people to understand that intimacy is not a luxury, it's a right. If you're not being loved, not being touched, not being seen, you have every right to walk away and find someone who will." Now, as both women lean into a life defined by freedom, self-discovery, and romantic possibilities, they've become unlikely icons for midlife reinvention. They've gone from being Kody Brown's neglected wives to women who are proudly reclaiming their sensuality, confidence, and self-worth. "We deserve real love now," Meri said with a smile. "The kind of love that isn't rationed or conditional. The kind that doesn't disappear just because someone else walks into the room." As Sister Wives continues to film its upcoming seasons with a renewed focus on the individual journeys of the original wives, it's clear that Meri and Janelle's openness about intimacy is just the beginning. Fans are already clamoring for a spin-off that tracks their next chapters in detail, new relationships, new goals, and yes, the new romances that promise the connection they were once denied. What was once hidden behind TLC's carefully edited family facade is now emerging in full view. Meri and Janelle are not just surviving without Kody, they are thriving. Their stories are resonating not just with Sister Wives fans, but with women everywhere who have ever felt overlooked, touched out, or unloved. In a culture that often dismisses the romantic needs of older women, Meri and Janelle are reminding the world, and themselves, that intimacy doesn't end at 50, and neither does the right to demand it. Whether they find lasting love or just continue exploring life on their own terms, one thing is clear. These women are no longer waiting for permission to feel desired, to be held, or to be loved. They're writing a new rulebook, and in this one, love starts with choosing yourself.